You guys probably saw a little bit of footage, and you guys got a little excited. Understandably so. Um, I'm really tired. It's been a long day. Um, it's a bit tougher because I'm working with a sprained foot and biking to venues. So let's get started. It's 11:30. I have to work tomorrow, and it's a shame that I have to, but let's get to it. All right, this is Peter from MNN. I just spent what is it, the last 10 hours away from home. And it was a long day, but damn, it was fun. It was really cool. And it ended, and I feel like just the tone of today really was sort of international. First off, for those who don't know, although I think all of you do, is that today was the Warning's first show in Tokyo, I think in Japan ever, um, with Band-Maid. Hey, what up, Mr. FOMO? It's not even fear of missing out, it's just MO, missing out. Yeah, what a damn good show to have been at. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna mince words. I'm not gonna hold back. Today was pretty damn amazing. Oh, and thank you to M and P who threw in a bit of money to the live stream before we even started. Thank you. Oh, what's going on, Steen? Hello, Roger. Okay. I got to the venue, Extra Pongi, about 31 minutes according to Google Maps. It's not always right, but it's more or less. And biked on over, got there roughly around 12:30. Still pretty sunny. I was sweating my ass off. Thankfully, I had my Band-Maid towel, which now has a lot of my ass sweat, back sweat. Sorry, TMI, TMI. I had a lot of sweat. Haro, haro. And the merch opened at 2 p.m. today. 2 p.m. There weren't too many people. I'm still kind of glad that I got a little bit earlier. I did get to see some people. Joseph Luna was there. Who else was there earlier? Sorry if I don't remember, but I'm just really, really tired and exhausted. So it was just it always starts off good. I mean, you see people you haven't seen for a month. I'm still blown away that I end up seeing people that I haven't seen in a month or so, but they live in Australia or Canada or America. So it's really, really hilarious to just know these people are so obsessed with Band-Maid. What's up with that? What is this obsession with Band-Maid? And once again, I'm grateful that I live here. I'm so grateful that I live here. I do want to once again thank Rui for helping out with tickets for Timyo, and not John. The guitarist who came today is Sharu. So he came in, although he dresses in maid's clothing, he is a gentleman. And it was really cool meeting him as well. Pretty tall dude. And we talked about that during dinner, that Band-Aid, the Korean cover band, is quite a few inches taller than the rest of the maids. Timil, the singer, is 172 centimeters, so she's what, 5'8". I was surprised. I was like, hey, what's up? 안녕하세요. But yeah, so it was really cool just seeing people there. Frank Basting came. It was good to see him a second time. He had been there for the spin-off show, his first time to Japan. This time he came with his wife. A very hilarious moment, which we talked about during the live stream before the show, is that he had dropped his tickets. Thankfully, the Band-Maid fans are very, very kind and very, very helpful. So luckily, I was able to read the name. I was like, oh, I know this gentleman, Frank Basting. You dropped 2 of your tickets. So that was really good. Great seeing people, and the warmth was there, the fun was there. Burrito's chill. Thankfully, at Extra Pongi, if you ever go, there are stairs that lead up, and there's a patio area which we started from, and then we went back downstairs to get the merch. Now, getting the merch was a bit of a hassle because there were a lot of people who had requested that I buy certain things for them. And on top of that, I had planned to buy items for the Korean cover band, Band-Aid, because it was their first time to see Band-Maid. So it's sort of a Korean thing. I think I learned it from my parents, from my mom especially. But it's like you gotta stuff them. You gotta stuff them. And so um, buying them a couple of shirts each, a towel each, poster each, buying some of the wristbands for them, like different items I had over the years that were sort of extras I gave to them as well. SJ, I'm very sorry, but this is the third time that SJ has asked me to buy the kujis, the lotteries. Usually they're 500 yen. They've gone up to 1,000 yen with special items. What's going on, Jeff? Maybe to make more money. But there were some cool items. I kind of don't want to dig around right now, but there's a little special lantern, if you've seen that Miku design. Really, really cool. Ah, thank you so much, Bill. Always appreciated. Demio claiming she isn't beautiful. She's cute. I was very surprised that she spoke. Okay, here's the thing though. Hawk Metal, which a few of you know, especially those older fans, Hawk Metal got, so I think he bought 10, I would think so. If he only bought 3, I'd be pretty pissed. I think he bought 10 kujis. He got a signed shirt, he got a signed poster, and he got a limited edition t-shirt with the skull maids all around. I was like, are you kidding me? How did you do that? So it's pretty wild. Man, I was just like, good on you, man. So yeah, I mean, we did the merch stuff, bought all the stuff. Richard, I got your stuff. SJ got yours. A few other people. Yeah, so SJ, I'll send you your stuff once you send me Misa's base. I think that's a pretty fair trade. So, I know you want those stickers. Yeah, so let's get into the actual show. After resting a bit, just chatting a bit, getting in line, doing the live stream, Teamil coming from Korea, Shadow coming from Korea. Really happy to see them, talk to them, and it's really, really interesting because I don't want to keep on referring back to Band-Aid, but it's connected. So during my interview with them, which happened in February and which was posted just a couple days ago, Demio had talked about her favorite album being Conqueror. And then she had talked about how she thought she sang Shambles pretty well. She today was saying, oh, it'd be cool to hear a song like Domination or Dice. She was saying, oh, I'd love to hear Influencer. That'd be really cool. And it's insane. Like, it's almost like Psyche was listening. She's like, oh, okay. Like she had a drone flying around somewhere. But yeah, let's go inside. So we go inside. Extra Pongi, man, that thing is like levels and levels. It's like Game of Death, but backwards. Rather than going up to the top of the tower, you're going down into the dungeon. So I think we went downstairs about 3, 4, 5 flights of stairs. It really felt like, do you guys remember Squid Game? Walking down those steps. So we went down quite a few steps. It was very claustrophobic, very humid, very tight spaced. If there was a fire or an earthquake, I'd say half of us, if we're lucky, would get out. But we go in, and can I just say, I think somebody had mentioned before the show that Psyche had been sort of bragging about the stage today. I hadn't seen that. I hadn't heard that. Just busy with stuff. But we walk in, and that Kagami design, that's the poster. And again, a lot of you have seen that because you've seen the footage. But the backdrop was this massive, massive Kagami. And wow, that was beautiful. But on top of that design, you also had these like Japanese lanterns with Band-Maid and Zawoning. And it turns out that Miku had actually, if I heard correctly, she had written those out but there was like 15 of them. No, 1, 2, 12, 13, again around there. But beautiful, beautiful. It's a stage. It's nice seeing the Band-Maid bow. Don't get me wrong, but it was really cool to see that. It was gorgeous in person, just full size, like I mean IMAX, and just it really set a mood. You're like, oh, this is really cool. On top of that, I had complained previously that there was way, way too much Arctic Monkeys being played before a Band-Maid show, and it had been that way like a handful of tracks for the past few years. And I don't know if somebody heard me, but at the Day of Maid show, and then today they were playing Oasis, and I like Oasis. I don't listen to their stuff too much now, but I was really into them back in university. So I was kind of getting into Britpop, like with the Verve and stuff, and with Oasis. Now, I had expected, because it seemed as though this show had been touted as part of the Warning tour. So I thought that it would be Band-Maid first opening, um, and then it would be the Warning who would close out. But it was flipped. It was the Warning who started, and Band-Maid. So that was the first surprise for me personally. Some of you may have thought, oh well, that's what I expected anyway. So it was really, oh, okay. So the girls come out. Danny's wearing like button down white, black tie. Ale with her nicely coiffed, like heathered hair, 70s style. I love that hair. It looks so good. Then and even now. She had on a black tank top with 2 stars, 2 white stars, and then Pao in the back had a white tank top. Um, and so I'm not sure. I have not seen enough. Oh, thank you so much. I have not seen enough of the Warning to know if that's their typical attire, but they were black and white, just two-tone like Band-Maid. So I wonder if they dressed accordingly. Looked good, and as people, they seem really sweet. When they came in, there was that shyness, but that eagerness. Um, what was it? At one point, Danny was saying, "Watashi wa," this is a warning. But then I think out there someone's like, "Oh, watashi tachi," which means us. Watashi for women, it's I. Watashi tachi is us, we. So, but it's cool. She worked hard to speak some Japanese. They seem really, really sweet and humble, like as people. Just really warm, which I think you would expect from people from Mexico. It's just a warm country. But when they play, they've definitely got their character, their swag, their posturing down. Um, so it was interesting to see that in person because I've seen it in their videos. I do think that they did a great job. I think they're really great performers. They're still young, you can see that. Um, maybe, yeah, maybe because I've seen so many bands and so many shows, but they do look just younger, but they do have a confidence and a swagger that's it's interesting because I've seen so many Japanese bands. Um, I feel like Westerners carry a certain type of swagger that you don't typically find in Japan. So it was like it was new, or not new. It was like it's here. I don't know how to explain it. But one of the really interesting things that I find though, hey, what's going on, Ricardo? One of the interesting things that I find though is that stylistically, The Warning and Band-Maid are extremely different because The Warning is a three-piece band. Um, None of them instrumentally do anything like phenomenally technical. There's a basic, and don't take me wrong, it's not a negative thing to say basic, but there's a basic style that they have. Um, their strength is in their execution and their confidence and just I think really great songwriting and producing, arranging. Like they do what they do extremely, extremely well. But when you compare musically and even live when you see that compared to Band-Maid, I mean the technicality just because it's you know, it's Konami. It's a, if it's a Konami production, there's gonna be like multiple layers, and if anything, Warning is very stripped down. So, for me personally, I've never been a fan in terms of like following the Warning. There's stuff I like. One of my favorite songs from them is Choke, which I think came out last year or 2 years ago. And it was great to hear that. And it was weird because even though I've never like watched or listened to The Warning like regularly, as they were playing tonight, I was like, oh, they opened up with Sick, which is a great song, I think. And I was like, oh, I know this song too. Oh, I know this song too. I know this. I think I knew like 6 or 7 songs, even though I hadn't listened to a lot of their music. But what that actually means to me is that the song was strong enough that after I had heard it once or seen it on video, I still remember it. So I think melodically they're very good about it. Oh yeah, the set list was great. It was great. I had such a good time. Um, there were a couple of songs that I really liked. One of them is coming off their new album, which is dropping June 28th, which is actually the same day as Bright Year. But yeah, what is it? I've mentioned this like before, but I think Band-Maid is one of the best whoa like bands. Like their whoa-ohs in songs are some of the best. Like whether it be Endless Story or be Moratorium and the like they're amazing at that. Um, but yeah, there were a couple of songs that The Warning did that had those, and I was like, oh, you guys got it too. You guys know that. You guys, they've got a good sense of melody and feel. So I'll definitely be checking out more of their stuff. But I really appreciated and enjoyed what they did. Again, you could see the youth, you could feel the youth, but there was a confidence. They executed flawlessly. There was no mistake. There was no mistake. And they did a great job. So it was fun. And then they left, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess Band-Maid's not gonna come out with them. So then Band-Maid came in. It was pretty quick, like the wheels, just pushing everything out, pulling everything in. And I was really excited, again, not to bring up Band-Aid again, but I was really excited for them because it was their first time. I mean, the fact that they're a cover band, that means that you have to practice these songs. It means that you have to, like, listen along and practice. So I was really happy for them to see for the first time. It was mainly Band-Maid fans. If you looked around, I mean, the shirts, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's also because I know the Band-Maid fans a lot more. Um, Percentage-wise, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if it was sold out and the capacity is about 1,750, a little bit less than that, it's hard to say. And not to say that it was filled, because because oh, I don't have them with me. So another quick shout out to Patrick Staffy, exit 13, I believe. I used your ticket. I had a great position. I was third row. I was in front of Miku, but I could see everyone really well. So the girls come out, the maids come out. They start off with Glory, which is it was a little bit surprising. Glory is a great song. I have wonderful memories with Glory live. When I first started going to Band-Maid shows, and one of my best experiences was going to. It was a fabulous show. It was so much fun. But one of my best memories is going to Fukuoka to Drum Logos, and they did that last set, that last spurt, the last 5 songs, and one of the songs they played within that was Glory, and I remember I was jumping up so much, and there was so much just energy that I had just used up. I was so exhausted. Thankfully, there was a rail next to me, because like I collapsed. I physically collapsed and had to hold on. I had to get my footing back and to just stand up again. So, but yeah, yeah, dude, thank you, man. Again, I'm really sad. I would have preferred if you had been there, if you had gone to the show, but thank you. It did not go to waste. So opening with Glory, they had, let me see, so let's see, all right, Mr. Morrison, let's see the set list. Let's go back. Glory, No God, always a fun song. Influencer, Unleash, YOLO, Bubble, Shambles, Warning. Oh, SJ, man. Every time I think of Warning, I think of you. Magie, which, not my favorite song, but still fun. Screaming, Domination, and then Show Them. For those who are just joining and who haven't seen, Show Them is a new song from Band-Maid. And The Warning. Um, I'll say this. I've said before that Unleash album isn't my favorite, but tonight, for some reason, I had the most fun with those songs. I had the most fun with Unleash and Influencer tonight, I feel like, for some reason. YOLO is always so sweet to my soul. Hearing Bubble again, I was like, what? That's awesome. Shambles, yeah, like it's there was a nice in between of like 2019 songs, Conqueror stuff, and then the newer stuff, and then a little bit of Unseen World. But it was just really, really fun, man. I don't know how to explain. I was just having a blast. Um, yeah, so I was smiling, and then you know, because it's a two-man, it's going to be a shorter set list, but you're not sure exactly how short will they extend it. And then Miku was like, "Oh, we still haven't done Omaji Nighttime." And she's like, "Oh, but it's a special show, right? Tonight's a special show." So then she invites the Warning, and I thought, oh, okay, this is cool. If nothing else, at least the Warning will be part of Omaji Nighttime. Um, but it was fun because the Warning girls had no idea what was happening. But Miko's like, "Oh, if I say moe moe," and then everyone else is like, "Moe moe." So she did her stuff, and then she asked Danny to do stuff too. So Danny did her thing as well. She tried it out, which is really sweet. Slightly nervously awkward and cute, but still did a great job. And we're like, okay, that's cool. I'm really glad. But as that's going on, you start to see amps being wheeled out and the drum set wheeled out. And you're like, it's happening. And again, some of you have seen the footage because it's floating around. It went out really, really quickly. I had a pretty good feeling there would be a collaboration song. I didn't know to what extent. Would it be Warning, like doing a cover maybe, or with Band-Maid doing a Warning cover? What would happen? Would they do a collaboration song? That's what I had been hoping for. That's what I believed would happen because they had been here for so long, the Warning, like a week and a half already. And then it's like, oh, we've got a song for you guys with everyone on stage. And you tell me, when's the last time you personally saw a show with two bassists, two drummers, three guitarists, and two vocalists, or three vocalists because you have Miku as well. No, four because you have Ale as well. And if you want to count, I don't remember if Pao was singing, but maybe she was. And that was really the wild thing is that what the Warning does well is that they're all vocalists. They're all pretty good singers. I mean, Danny's the lead singer, but Pao does her stuff, Ale does her stuff. So it was wild. It was a very superstar quality type of last song. And it was good. I mean, if you've heard it, I liked the song a lot. It felt more Warning than Band-Maid to me. It sounded that way. But yeah, oh man, it made me so happy to see that. And it's great because when the Warning came out for Omaji Nighttime, a lot of hugging, a lot of smiles, a lot of love. And who was it? It was like Psyche, probably Miku, who was like, "Oh, you can thank Akane for getting us together." I really think if Akane wasn't there, if Akane wasn't there, I mean, I think they wouldn't have quite the connections that they do. So good on Akane, just her love, her sociability. Ah, yeah. Vocally, it was a high song. Like, Psyche was reaching her limit, and I think I wouldn't say it cracked, but you could hear it like, I mean, like pushing. That was much more of a Danny type of song, like hitting that kind of note and like melodically. Um, I would say it was melodically simpler. The whoa ohs were simpler. No. I can't say that. Band-Maid has that too. But the chorus melody and just the structure of the song, it felt more pop, and not pop and poppy, but pop as in like more structured and like your usual song, not a Konami sort of progressive ride through like all these different movements. Um, but I don't know how to explain the feeling when you're seeing like, for me personally, this is for me. For me personally, Bandmade is the more exceptionally like, they're just a more exceptional band to me in various ways, and not to diminish anything of the Warning, but for me, like when I see like my preferences, when I see Band-Maid, I'm like, oh God, just everything is like. Even today, I was just reminded like world class musicians, world class performers, world class band. That's how I felt. Um, but seeing them up there with the Warning together, and again, like it really was. It's like, one of those Rock and Roll Hall of Fames where like all these people come out, they're all on stage. You have Prince doing his solo to like While My Guitar Gently Weeps. um, it was sweet, man. Like I was having such a good time. It was such a feel good show. Um, yeah, the girls were just loving on each other, really loving on the fans, and um, yeah, I mean, I would definitely love to see more happen. I would love to see Bandmate head over to Mexico, um, and do some stuff there, have that happen again. Oh man, I feel like Mexico would go nuts because, I mean, like Mexico loves Bandmate, Bandmate loves Mexico, and Bandmate loves, I mean, and Mexico loves The Warning too. So having those two bands together in Mexico, I think the whole place would go down. Um, but it was a good show, man. I mean, there's never a bad Bandmate show. There's never a bad one. Um, Today was special. The backdrop was special. Um, oh, I didn't mention this. This is really cool. During the Warning, probably into about the second or third song, maybe second one, Joseph Luna was. There was a guy. I felt bad because before the show, there's a guy here, and then there's Luna. So this guy's in between us, and we're talking like on and on. And if you know how much I can talk and how much he can talk, I felt bad for the guy in the middle. But during the Warning's performance, Joseph Luna goes, "Hey, Peter." I go, "What?" He goes, and I look, and then you can see off on the side, on the stage, like right behind the curtain, you can see Saiki, you can see Kanami, you can see Akane. At one point, you could see Misa peeking her head out a little bit, and it disappeared again. But Saiki was there for a good long while, along with Kanami and Akane. And it was so cute because you could see Kanami just kind of like, just getting her groove on. And it's kind of the same thing for when I saw Yuri from Hades, Yuri the bassist for Hades, when she was like getting down to a band that she really liked. You don't often see musicians get down to other musicians. You don't see that sort of enthusiasm and excitement that often. So seeing them and like Psyche just observing and watching, and she wasn't all smiles. There was a slight grin. You could see her sort of watching, but I wasn't sure exactly what she was watching. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Um, but yeah, it was really cute seeing Kanami sort of just dance along to the music. Akane was really enjoying herself too, but I gotta say, like, good lord, oh, was she? I couldn't see that because I was a little bit closer and to the front. But that last stage, that last song, man, I mean, you're not. Again, I don't think that will ever happen again. unless Band-Maid goes to Mexico and they do that again. But otherwise, like tonight was, you know, I feel like I say that a lot. I feel like I say a lot, this is a show you'll never see again, which is really frustrating. I mean, it's okay for me because I get to experience that fairly often. What about Misa and Psyche? What about them? Sorry, I didn't catch. Um, but but again, like that last stage, that last song, it was really cool seeing Psyche and Danny go at it like vocally back to back, like they were switching off and seeing how they were matching up. Um, and I feel like if anything, Danny really is a strong. She's a strong singer. Um, so I feel like the song, it matched, it fit. The only cameras were I think from the crew, like I think the warning maybe. There were some cameras, but not like. I don't think it was any of Band-Maid staff. So I don't think there's anything that's really gonna go out officially. Maybe, but that was cool to see. I think for me, the coolest was seeing Danny and Psyche go back to back, switching off parts, and Psyche trying to match sort of. Um, Hola, 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 ¿cómo estás? um, Matching Danny vocally, and like again to me at least with my ears, it felt more of a warning tinged song more than Band-Maid. It was like maybe 70-30 to me. Um, but them two, and then seeing, because again, how often do you see two drum sets playing, like going at it? I think the last time I saw that, and only on video, was Hannah and Yuri from Gatarik Spin at one of their shows, like a few years back. Um, but it was great seeing them play together side by side and switching off on certain sections, and I don't know, man. It was just such a really sweet. They were locked in. Yeah, no, I mean the sound was great. It sounded amazing. It sounded amazing. Unfortunately, whether it's just my ears getting older, getting worse, where I was standing, I couldn't hear the vocals as well as I wanted to, like overall tonight. I mean, I heard it, but it felt a slightly below the level that I feel like it should have been at for me. Um, but still, like, yeah, man, it was really really fun. It was really really exciting. Um, I definitely get the sense that the Warning, as much swagger as they have on stage when they perform, I think they still feel very young. I think they still feel like they have a lot to learn. And again, it was just, there was a lot of humility from what I saw from them. A lot of sweetness and humility in terms of how they approached Band-Maid, and like, if anything, like when you see that kind of personality, when you see that kind of interaction, like you got to respect that. So I definitely have respect, and not that I didn't respect it before, but there's a respect for the Warning, for how they presented themselves to the Japanese fans, to Tokyo, to tonight, and how they presented themselves and interacted with the Band-Maid themselves. And I do think that, again, because of the age difference, of course, and I think longevity-wise, I do think they do look up to Band-Maid as their senpai, and, switched around too. I love both songs. Best Day has a special place for me, so I can't talk about that. But, yeah, man, I mean, it was good. And then after the show, I asked, like we were talking and stuff, but I was particularly interested to see what the Koreans thought about what Timyo thought about what Sharu thought. And it's funny, Sharu, the guitarist, he initially, before he went in, he's like, I'm just excited to see Konami play, like her actually play the stuff for the first time, because he's the lead guitarist, like in that band, in the cover band. So I asked, what do you think? He's like, it was just, in Korean you say 신기, 신기해요, 신기해요. Shingi means sort of fascinating, interesting, wondrous, just like captures your attention, and that's all he could say. But it's cool because you could definitely see like Timio and Shadow talking about Band-Maid and like what they could do with themselves as a cover band, um, and I'm sure they don't have that much opportunity to talk about Band-Maid this way. So it was really cool. But yeah, man, today was just a really another good show. Had it not been for my foot, I feel like it's more my foot than my ankle now. But I would have loved it even more. But regardless, even with the pain, um, I had a really good time today, and I met a lot of awesome people. Um, I met a lot of awesome people, people I met before, people I met for the first time. Um, by the way, in no way am I endorsing this, but I bought peach Coca-Cola, zero sugar. Just saying. First time I saw this today, so I think it's a summer special. Um, Let me see here. So if you have questions, if I don't know, I may not see it because I'm not best at seeing questions in the chat. And again, here's the shirts. So this is Miku, this is Danny. And again, this was posted like larger than life, like on the back. Gorgeous, especially with the lanterns. I mean, God. I feel bad. None of you guys will ever see that if you didn't come today, aside from videos and pictures. How long was the show? Warning, they were on for 50 minutes. And then, yeah, they did. They hugged each other, really sweet to each other. Yeah, they had fun. They had fun. Again, a lot of affection. A lot of affection. Band-Maid themselves went on. One of the guitar techs, I don't know what the issue was. Yeah, I don't know what the issue was, but he was having some issues with Miku's pedal and guitar. I don't know what was going on, but that took like an extra 5 minutes, which was unfortunate. But they did the set that they wanted to do. They wouldn't have taken anything out, I think, for like 5 minutes. But I think Band-Maid said because they talked a bit, the last song, roughly probably about the same. You know, Omaji Nighttime was really short, MC Time was really short. Total maybe 10 minutes. The last song together finished a little bit past 7, so 50 minutes? I guess 50-50 roughly. Yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, an awesome thank you to Tony from, shoot, Tony, was it Hong Kong or was it Singapore? That's cool, that's cool. Hey, Tony, where are you from again? So Tony made this shirt, and he gave this to me, which is very awesome, and of course you're not gonna find this. It's fan-made, but, God, you're so good at this stuff, man. You are really, really good at this stuff. And SJ, you are gonna get hooked up with stuff personally from him, so you don't have to worry about that. Get it yourself, man. I live in California. So did I. Come over here. I can't tell you how many shirts I had. And then I got this one, the warning. And what's cool about this one is you've got their shows and you've got their Exodopongi with Band-Maid. So got that one right there. Very cool, very, very cool. So yeah, goodness. Are you guys interested in seeing some of this merch? Like again, Tony had these printed out, really cool, quite a few of them. So SJ, and then there might be a few more, maybe, maybe not. Might get that, maybe, maybe not. And then, ah, so as I mentioned, SJ, unfortunately, my luck with Kujis, with the lottery, it's like, it's horrid. It's absolutely like piss poor. But where is it? It's gotta be here somewhere. Good Lord, I hope it is. I don't know. It's somewhere. I have your, oh, Hong Kong. Okay, yeah, I thought it was Hong Kong. Um, shoot. It's somewhere. I cannot find it right now. I am hoping. I had like 5 bags with me, man. It was just hard. It was hard. I'm really hoping. I may have given it to the Koreans. Oh, wait. Here it is. Here we go. Hold on. So SJ, you did get hooked up with these special keychains, which are limited. I don't know if they're limited only to this show. They might be more during the hall tour. But this is, if you guys can read it, Band-Maid. And there is an extra one. So SJ, I'm taking this one, my man. But you are gonna get that. Plus SJ, this is so rare. This is something that people never get. You get a Band-Maid sticker, and another Band-Maid sticker, or actually, you get 5 of them. I'm really, really sorry, man. I don't think you understand how bad I feel that you asked me to do this for you, because knowing my luck, but I'm sorry. And then someone, Made Beat, I'm not sure, I know the name, I think on Twitter, and he might have drawn this himself. So this is really cool. Yeah, this is really cool. It's really sweet, it's very cute. So I'll put it up here for you guys to see. And then, oh my God, there's a gentleman by the name of Kurt. Oh, Delson, I don't have it here with me, but Delson, who, was it for the Day of Maid show? No, it was for the Zepp show, the Zepp Haneda, the spin-off show. I'm sorry, guys. My memory's going bad because there's just a lot of things happening. But Delson gave me some macadamia chocolate. You guys know what that is, I think some of you, from Hawaii, and I love that stuff. But there's also another gentleman from Hawaii. His name is Kurt, who has been insanely supportive, insanely helpful, and so generous in so many ways. He bought me this whole care package with a whole bunch of Hawaiian stuff. I don't want to like show you all of this, but and he wrote me a card. I'm gonna read this just because I was very touched and I'm very thankful. And I think I've mentioned quite a few times is that a lot of people can be very negative, not just online, but in the world. People can be fairly shitty at times, and their negative outlook and their negativity, they like spreading it, which is unfortunate. But I'm just gonna read this because he wrote, Peter, cheering for your success. Please take care and your future is bright. Stay positive, Kurt. Very simple, but very encouraging note. Plus a lot of other ways in which he's been generous. So I'm so grateful. And on top of that, he got this massive care package for Hades, which is another band that I love and support. For those of you who don't know, I would encourage you to check them out as well. Bring It On, and a song called No. So, but thank you, Kurt, for that. And then for Ken, who also gave me another shirt. Man, I mean the generosity. You know, it's great. SJ, if you ever decide if you ever decide to just move here to Japan and you decide to live near me and we can do these things together and go to shows together, you're gonna have to build a room exclusively just for Band-Maid. I don't want to say shit, but like the stuff that people want to give you, they probably give to me as well. So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's good stuff. Like it's always encouraging, and that was one of the things that I really really wanted for Band-Aid when they came to experience was the generosity. Was the generosity of the fans and the warmth of the fans, which I think they felt. There were a fair amount of people who were like, "Oh, you're Band-Aid. Oh, I saw the video. I saw the interview." And this one lady was speaking to them for a little while, and that was cool to see. And again, Tony, thank you so much for providing like all that stuff for them. Like that's awesome. Like I appreciate it, and SJ appreciates it too because there's a lot of stuff for him. So yeah, it's good stuff, man. You guys are good people, and I hope that you guys really get the best in life. And if you don't, then let's pull through it together. Let's pull through it together. Yeah. So yeah, dinner was great. We went to this one place called Gori Gori Burger, which is like gorilla. It was like a gorilla burger place. Um, I believe Luna was saying that there were 6 countries represented. There was Korea, America, United States, Philippines, Canada, Portugal, and Mexico. So it was cool. Like today felt so international. It felt so international. And yeah, and just having like the warning, even like Danny, like, trying, and of course other bands do that too, but you could tell she put an effort to learn some of the language a little bit. Um, yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. I really appreciate them. I think they're really good girls, and I really wish the warning a lot of success. They've got 2 more shows coming up. I will not be attending any of them, but tomorrow, they will be at Space Odd, which is where I went last year for Bright Year, the day before Band-Maid. So yeah, so Space Odd tomorrow, and then the day after they will be in, this is Osaka, which is like big hill, great hill, at Soma. I've never been to Soma, even though I did live close to Osaka for 4 years. So yeah, nice commemorative shirts. I may wear this, I'm not sure. I don't know, I kind of like things being nice and clean. Um, but we'll see. Let me just say again, like, Ale rocks the 70s hairdo so well. Can I just say that? Yeah. But yeah, check out The Warning. Sick is a great song. I think, what was your song in Spanish? ¿Quieres? ¿Quieres más? No, something like that. Something like that. Choke is a great song. And then, again, a few more that I know I've heard, but I just don't remember the title. Oh, hell something. Okay, guys. All right. Now, if there are any questions, okay, you're in Italy. Let's see. Yes, Jim Morrison got to see Hades, and he got put to the front and had an awesome time. Yeah, if I could afford it, I would buy 2 of everything. Um, I'm not sure what I'll do with that. Yes, Hell You Call a Dream. That was a great song. I'm not sure how it is on the recording, but live it was great. Do Gorilla Burgers have bananas? They had like bacon, they had avocado, they had pineapple, different types. They had good craft beer. Yeah, they had some good craft beer. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit to see if there's any questions. Um, yeah, man. Band-Maid makes so much money off of the Kuji, off the lotteries. How many of those am I packing back in a few weeks? Um, I don't know, Richard. How many are you willing to? Because maybe I should just hold on to SJ's stuff and wait until he flies over here himself. Don't you think so? Don't you think SJ should come and get it himself, and then do some shows with me here? SJ, man, come on. You gotta. All right, let's see. Get Masqueras. Ah, yeah, it's a good song, man. What's up, Brian? Hey, hey. Is this another like drive by high and then you're gone? If I say yes, SJ, if I say yeah, man, it was interesting. I think the contrast, the standouts, um, the contrast musically of the two bands, definitely the oh, thank Leo, thank you so much, man, thank you. I will definitely feed him. um, the contrast musically of the two bands, the the staging was just gorgeous. Not a bad venue. The stage was a pretty good height, not too low, not too high, not too wide. Um, Band-Maid's set was just so much fun. I've never seen them open with Glory before, or have I? Did they ever do that for Summer Sonic? Um, yeah, it was just so much fun. Um, but yeah, start opening with Glory. It was the most fun that I had with the songs off of Unleash. Um, Hearing Shambles again, and for some reason, I really enjoyed it today a lot. Hearing Warning always gets me pumped. Hearing YOLO always is such a feel good song for me. Um, but is it by far? I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff. Like I really enjoyed like Danny's performance. She was like, getting the crowd going, and it's a different style. Cause like Psyche, she keeps her distance when she kind of does this, but Danny likes to like get in the face, and she's like moving up, getting in front of people. She's like, come on, come on. Like, again, it's a much more Western feel. It's a much more Western feel. Like, I think if I were to take the stage, I would go more that route. Um, yeah, I really like Danny's vocals a lot. Um, she hits her notes. It's so solid. Like there's no wavering, there's no weakness in the way she hits her notes. Like she's like oak. Her vocals are kind of like oak when she does what she does, and she does it really well. Um, Ale, nothing fancy, but when she gets down, she has such a good time. She got that little like again that little squat pow with her stuff. There's one song some of you guys may know, and I remember reading about it, but there's one song where Pow just like screams at the top of her lungs, and she had to practice that a long time before she could do it live. So I remember remembering that when she did it, I thought, okay, okay, nailed it, nailed it. It's cool. You guys know a lot more. Again, I don't know a lot. I know there's songs from when I've heard it and it's stuck, which shows me that again they have good songs, and they're memorable. But yeah, man, I how do you explain the excitement of knowing that it was like Christmas, like the fact that all of them were just on that stage. It just makes you really it just made me really really happy. I was like giddy, you know? And not every bandmate show it sounded perfect. It was sounded perfect. Like every that collaboration set, that collaboration song, maybe I was just lost in the moment and just so excited by everything, but nothing felt weak or cracked or like oh god, that was so good. It was so good. um, the excitement of like again all the instruments coming out together was so damn exciting. Um, and then I mean, yeah, it God. All I can say, and I mean this from the most sincere, I mean this from the most sincere place in my heart. Um, all of you who weren't there tonight really missed out. It was so good. It was just so good. Yeah, man. It's just exciting. It's exciting. I mean, it's really like when you get what do you call it? It's like when the Avengers first came out, you know? Like you have these separate like members and like they're finally coming together. But there's something like mega super powerful. You know when Voltron, the lions form Voltron? Kind of old school, but you know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like you know, the Fellowship of the Ring coming together. It's again, it's just so damn fun. And it was so good and like really the way they just played off of each other, man, is just there's a lot of affection. And I think when people have that kind of affection, it shows on stage. When there's the excitement, it shows. Like, yeah. I think the stage can be pretty unforgiving if you don't have things down, but they had it down, and I don't know, man. Seeing that thing live right in front of you. So once again, Patrick, thank you for the ticket, for being able to get that close up. Um, I mean, I would still would have had a blast with what I had initially, but no, man, it was good. It was good. And then I did make an obnoxious. I did make it not obnoxious. I can be a little bit obnoxious, but at one point, I forgot what it was Danny wanted to do. But I was like, "You got this," and then she's like, "Thank you." uh, who knows? You know what? Usually, if there had been a video, it would. I feel like tonight would have been when they would have dropped it. But you don't know, man. You maybe. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this was definitely a show to have been at. Um, just even if just for that one song. Even if just for that one song. I mean, it's like you know, people will wait 76 years to see Halley's Comet. You know, they'll drive like miles and miles to like get a glimpse of whatever like meteor shower type of thing, and it was that sort of special moment. That special moment of the Warning coming to Tokyo for their first time and Band-Maid welcoming them, and then really enjoying and experiencing like that camaraderie between two bands. And you know, I remember someone was saying like, you know, I mean, you never know. Maybe the Warning is here just to sightsee. And I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a possibility. But I mentioned in an earlier previous live stream, I was like, to have two bands as creatively hungry and ferocious as Band-Maid and The Warning and not do anything, like it's not only a travesty, but it felt like to me an impossibility. Um, yeah, I mean, how can you not? How can you not? And so I'm so glad they wrote the song together. I'm even more glad that they performed it together, all together. I didn't know how the combination would work, you know, like who would play what, and the fact that they all played together and made that decision. I don't know who decided on that, but good on you. Good on you. Um, two basses playing together. Like what? Yeah, yeah, I'm sure they have. I know. Um, yeah, man, that was good stuff. That was good stuff. It's exciting. It's exciting. Um, it will be interesting. Like, here's the posed question: is that Band-Maid has been introduced to collaboration in a way they haven't before, with Incubus and building that relationship, with The Warning now doing this song. And again, it's kind of like, and again, I think I mentioned this before, but it's kind of like how Bob Dylan sort of woke up the Beatles, introducing them to weed, but just being in their life and just that sort of musical, sort of like, not competition, friendly competition, just like challenging each other and helping each other and pushing each other. And so what I'm really curious about is how this will affect Band-Maid's trajectory from here on. Like, what else will they want to do now that they've tasted this, now that they've encountered these kind of experiences that are much more international? Um, I think some people are like, I. Yeah, I mean, Konami will do her magic. But, yeah, Sandra. I think that last stage from your comment, I think it was just kind of like, it was just a lot of this. Like when the vocals were going on, you were just like watching over there with like Danny and Psyche over on that side. And then there's like, okay, well, checking out, well, let's see what the drummers are doing. And that's okay, well, let's see, what Ale and, yeah, man. But again, I'm really curious because musically, sometimes you stagnate when you're just inspired by the same stuff and just kind of do your own stuff. And so it's really cool when you're inspired by different styles, when you're inspired. Um, it doesn't even really matter what it is. It could be music, it could be art, it could be a movie, it could be a book, but just being inspired. And I feel like these types of inspirations coming into Band-Maid's life, and Konami is a sponge. She's like an active. Um, you remember the show Heroes? That show here, Band-Maid hails from March Enemy with Warning. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but keep on dreaming. Who knows? Um, that show Heroes with Sylar, who was the villain, who would like whatever with their brain and then like absorb their powers. I think Konami is very much a sponge and really just like, I mean, she just like locks in and just grabs stuff and like learns stuff and like recalibrates stuff according to like her personality and her style. But having more of these Western influences, having more of these pop influences, um, like more simpler like structure wise, even like arrangement wise. I'm just curious, you know. Um, I don't know if The Warning is going to like try to up themselves technically. Yeah. Yeah. Vocally, you're right. They were a great match. Um, Both of them, they're not sopranos. They have level lower pitch. I don't know the formal term for it, but they do have a lower pitch. Like it's a richer texture and tone for Psyche and for Danny. So yeah, they fit off each other really well. Um, yeah, man. God, that was fun. Oh, is that what it's called? Semi contralto? Okay. Um, yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm still sort of like basking in the afterglow. Um, it just, I don't know. It's good when you see an awesome show and you have great music and it's lively and it's fun. It's a big party and um, it gives you hope for just good days. So yeah, all right, man. I think I'll leave it at that. I can just go on and on, but it was a good day. It was a hard day. My foot is just killing me. I'm gonna pay for it later. Um, and then yeah, family is coming this Saturday and next weekend. And then more shows and more stuff with Hades. um, I don't know if I can see Palaneo's one man coming up as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But anyway, today was great. The warning, muy excelente, muy excelente. Band-Maid, always subarashi. And thank you again, Band-Aid, for coming. Timyo and Sharu, I'm just so damn happy. Thank you. I really need to take care of it. Thank you, thank you. I'm just so happy that they came, and I hope it inspires them to perform even more. They do have a show coming up next month in July, I believe on the 21st. So I'm asking them to give me info. So if anybody wants to go to Korea or plans to, and would be down to hit up a Band-Maid cover band, it's cool, man. If you can spread love, if you can spread positivity, if you can spread Band-Maid, then you know it's good stuff, man. Yeah. Hey, wait, Ryan, tell everybody when you're coming to Japan, so people can like know when you're coming to Japan. It's like the 27th, right? Ah, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. TWA, we're talking about the Warning Army, right? Not the airline, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah, June 27th to July 8th. All right. Yeah, thank you guys. I will do my best with my foot. Ryan will be here the 27th to the 8th. I'm hoping that Ryan and I can meet up so that we can get drunk and talk music. But thank all of you so much who watch our channel. Mad Max, I thank you for introducing yourself to me today. And everyone else. July 6th. Okay. Well, who knows? Maybe you can still meet them and just treat them out, or they can treat you out. I took care of them very well, thanks to quite a few people. So for those who contributed to help me pamper Band-Aid when they were here, thank you so much. I really did. So it's it what goes around comes around. You give love, you get love, and it's just good stuff. So, but yes, Ryan and I will try to meet up. We will definitely try to do something together so that you guys can enjoy us. A jam session. Me, oh man, I have no calluses, whereas Ryan has been writing and recording like all the time. So go check out Ryan's channel and see some of the stuff he's been doing. The guy's talented. The guy's a talented guy. So yeah. All right, man. Thank you. Everyone, muchas gracias. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. Yeah, man. Get drunk, talk about music, and just have a good time. I'm gonna take off. I'm going to ice my foot, drink a little bit more peach zero sugar Coca-Cola, and yeah, I'm going to see some of that footage. Ryan and me collab. We could. It's been a while, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. So again, viva la Warning and viva la Band-Maid. It's all good stuff. It's all love. Okay. I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. I am so damn tired and in pain. Bye, guys.